Oracle Data Integrator, sources and targets. Basically, ODI supports all leading technologies as sources and targets. All the sources and targets are defined as data servers in physical architecture technologies of Topology Navigator. You have to first create data servers, then create a physical schema, logical schema, assign a context to the physical and logical schema. ODI agents. At design time, basically the developers generate scenarios from the mappings which they have designed. Then they execute these scenarios with the help of runtime agent. This agent then connects to the data servers which are actual sources and targets, and orchestrates the code execution on these sources and target servers. Then in a result, it retrieves the written codes and messages from the execution, as well as additional logging information such as number of processed records, number of error records, execution time, etc. And it stores this information in the repository. Types of agents. There are three types of agents: standalone agent, standalone collocated agent, Java doubly agent, basically called as J2E agent. Coming to the standalone agent, the standalone agent usually runs in a separate Java virtual machine JVM process. It connects to the work repository and to the source and target data servers via JDBC, Java database connectivity. Standalone agents can be installed on any server where JVM is installed. So JVM is the mandatory process which we need to install this standalone agent. We usually use this type of agent. Basically, it is more appropriate when you need a resource from the local data server. For example, a file system or a loader utility installed on the database, then you have to install the standalone agent on the database where this file system is installed. And you don't have to have a WebLogic server to install the standalone agent. It's just a standard process. You can directly install the agent if you have a JVM installed. Coming to the standalone collocated agent, it is similar to the standalone agent, but it needs a WebLogic server. Even though it is not run through WebLogic server, but it needs a JVM which is part of WebLogic server. In other words, a standalone collocated agent runs in a separate JVM Java virtual machine process, but it is part of WebLogic server domain and controlled by WebLogic administration server. So standalone collocated agents can also be installed on any server with a JVM installed, but require a connection to the WebLogic administration server. This allows you to control the standalone agent with the help of WebLogic administration server. And usually this type of agent is more appropriate when you need a resource that is local to one of your data servers, but you want to centralize management through WebLogic Enterprise Application Server. That is all about standalone collocated agent. Finally, Java doubly agent. A Java doubly agent is deployed in a WebLogic application server. The Java doubly agent can benefit from all features of WebLogic server because it is deployed in WebLogic server. So this type of agent is more appropriate when there is a need of centralizing the development and management of all applications in an enterprise application server, or when you have a requirement of high availability. WebLogic server provides the high availability feature because the Java doubly agent is installed and deployed in WebLogic server. Runtime view of ODI components. Basically, at design time, developers generate scenarios from the business rules that they have designed using mappings or packages or procedures. The code of these scenarios is then retrieved by the repository through agent. Then this agent connects to the data servers and orchestrates the code execution on these servers. Finally, it retrieves the written codes and messages for the execution, as well as additional logging information such as number of records processed, number of records errored, number of warnings, including the execution time, session number, session name, etc., and returns these information to the repository. In simple words, ODI submits the jobs through agent, and then agent execute the jobs, returns the log to the repositories.